Alright, so it's been a good while, but I'm Mike, and I sometimes do video game reviews on this channel. The Movie Castle. Today we're talking about the Quarry. The Quarry is a good decision horror game. I played and reviewed most of the Supermassive horror games. This is definitely their best game since Until Dawn. Not that the other ones are bad, but this one's a bit of a step up. There are a few big differences with this game. Plus the dark pictures. They got the original writer and director from Until Dawn back. It's a bigger, more experienced cast, and they got a longer runtime, that helps pad things out. So let's start with the choices. The choices are good as ever. They matter. Not only can all your playable characters die, but also pretty much every side character can die. Also, the butterfly effect is better used in this game. You get more small decisions that affect things in the future. The QTEs are pretty much the same as they've been since Dark Pictures. They did change the don't breathe mechanic. I think it's a bit too simple this time. You just hold your breath until the danger is past, and there's a breath meter going down, and so there's no reason not to hold it until it's right near the bottom. So there's really no point in just using that to pass it every time. The story's a really good, fun, cheesy teen horror story. It really nails being thematic and is really like being an archetype of its genre. The plot has a lot of time to unravel all the layers to it. This game does the realistically awkward dialogue better than Dark Pictures does, so it's also a bit funnier because of that. The characters are really good. In Dark Pictures are usually one or two mediocre characters, or they're all like a bit mediocre, but a bit likable, like a 6, 7 out of 10s, But these ones in the Quarry are all pretty much winners. And there's also more of them. These characters are driven by really good performances. I like the legacy actors. Ted Raimi and Grace Zabiskie, I think it is, are really good in this. A bit of a side note, why isn't Ted Raimi in the Evil Dead game? But that being said, I was a little disappointed with how short some of them are. David Arquette is really pushed hard in the marketing for this, but he's not really in it that much. But more personally, I was disappointed with how little Ethan Supple and Lynn Shay were in this. They're good, but their time on screen is pretty short. The lesser known actors are also really good. I say lesser known actors, but I still could recognize a lot of them for at least one thing they did. I also think the lady who played Laura did a real good job, and she's a real good foil to Ted Raimi's character. The aesthetics are pretty good, with all the camp horror imagery, and there's good use of darkness. I don't like them more than Until Dawn, but in general, I do like them more than the Dark Pictures. This next bit's a little bit of a minor spoiler if you don't want to know what type of creature the villain is, so I'll put a skip time code in. Now we're going with that. I don't like the werewolf designs. I don't know why people like messing with werewolf designs so much. You got a really good one in the original Wolfman. Even something like the werewolves in Underworld are, that type of werewolf are pretty decent, So I don't know why they gotta change things so much. I don't think they really need to change too far off of that. Not that you can't experiment, it's just, I think that werewolves should at least be furry and humanoid, a lot of people either do skin werewolves or just a wolf werewolves. Never really a fan of those. Also, they're a bit similar to the creatures in Until Dawn. The transformations with the blood splatter are pretty unique, but at the same time they look a bit goofy. You can kind of tell, like, you know, they don't want to animate that every time. Make one for each character. You know, it's something like that would be fine in like a action game. But yeah, so it looks goofy in a more cinematic game. I don't like a lot of the poppy music. But I think that's more my personal taste. But there was some good ones in there though that really worked with the game. You know, this game is a bit short for a $60 game, but I personally think the performances and story make it worth it. I don't like this game that this game is $70 on next gen. I don't really see how much it could be improved by next gen. I know one day games are going to be bumped up to 70, you know, because, you know, it has to be sometime inflation. But I'm going to resist that for a while. Overall, this is a fun, likable horror story. I'm giving it an 8.45. And although I'm scoring this higher than Until Dawn, I personally still think I like Until Dawn best because the setting, the plot, and it was more original at the time. I'm going to get into a spoiler about the ending right now. If you want to avoid that, just go ahead and click off. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. I should have a playlist of my Dark Picture anthologies reviews if you want to check those out. Okay, so now onto the spoiler. The ending choice is a bit dumb. It's either you get tricked into thinking that the ghost of Salsa's mom is gonna kill you or something like that if you do kill him, and then the Silas gets a triple kill and kills 3 of your characters, or you simply just sort of shoot and walk away. You know, I don't know. The game's overall really, it's a bit of a dumb twist to end on. But overall really good. That's it.